Okay, I know you guys had a huge snowstorm. Hopefully it's better now. Um, oh, someone put something in the chat. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm glad you told me that. I probably would have put all these signs backwards. Okay, so let's begin. It's 3:30. Does anyone want me to work on anything specific? If you do, put it in the chat or forever hold your peace. Okay, we're going to begin in seated pose. Oh, let me talk about 360-degree breathing, just because I know you guys know I'm really into it lately. And I did this last week, but it didn't get recorded. So I'm going to just really quickly talk about it, kind of like what the heck is 360 degrees breath, right? It's rib cage breath. It's basically filling up at the rib cage first. And then, of course, some of the belly fills up. And then, of course, a nice full exhale. Now, when you do belly breath, and we'll get into this a little bit later, there's a way you can engage your really deep core instead of just using the superficial abdominal muscles, core muscles. You can go deeper. And that takes a little bit of practice and kind of like tapping in deep to feeling that. Maybe we'll do some more of that today, like we did last week. Maybe not. If not, I'm sure I'll bring it in. But think of your torso. Think of this area from the pelvic floor, right, the very bottom of your hips here, to the top, to the chest. Think of it as a canister, like a can, okay? You want to keep the rib cage stacked over the pelvic floor. Number one, because that puts much less pressure on the core muscles and the pelvic floor muscles. And women, usually our pelvic floors are tight, and that's why we have problems with urgency or, sneezing and peeing, things like that. So it's all a matter of really keeping less pressure in the pelvic floor. When we use a breath, not a belly breath, which was kind of old school. When we use, or is old school now, when we use the rib cage, we're really getting more air, more oxygen, more volume. You can imagine because you can only fill the belly up so much and the rib cage has so much more volume. So what we want to do is get that rib cage nice and flexible and then have you thinking about rib cage breath during class and outside of class. Anytime you can think about it, line up your canister, fill up the rib cage and release it. Just using this real nice rib cage breath. Now, if you think about the bottom of the rib cage, you can think of that as the bottom of an umbrella. Sometimes they call it umbrella breath, like you're opening an umbrella and closing it again. Whatever works for you in terms of the notions, the ideas, the images. Okay, let's begin in seated pose. Nice, easy seated pose. And just rocking back and forth, feeling your sit bones press into your mat, getting nice and wide there, taking your feet as close to you as you possibly can, dropping your knees down as much as you possibly can. Closing your eyes, notice that you've, got your canister nice and stacked here. Let's do 360 breath right here. So just close your eyes. Of course, anytime you learn a new movement pattern like this breath pattern is, it takes a while for it not to feel awkward. Now, when you think about expanding the rib cage, you want to get the sides and the back of the rib cage as well as the front. So going for 360 degrees opening in that umbrella. Now you can feel with this breath how you don't stir up any pressure whatsoever in the pelvic floor and down here in the abdomen. What happens is you work abdominal core muscles that are much deeper. All right, let's just do some candles breath. So inhale, nice big rib cage. Exhale, you're going to limit the exhale as if you're blowing out 100 candles. So make it last a while. Through the mouth, open mouth. Now listen, at the very end of that candle breath, that's where the inner abdominal muscles engage, specifically the transverse abdominal. Try it again. So at the very end, you're blowing out that last candle. Think about what you're feeling here, deep in the belly. It may take a while to feel it, weeks, months. Feel that where it's pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. That's the transverse. Inhale. Big rib cage. Exhale, blow out the candles. Feel it at the end. Feel the core engage. It's deep. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Take your right arm over to the top of your left thigh. Draw your bent right elbow in toward your body. Swing the left arm behind you. Try to keep the torso straight. Press the left fingertips into the ground. Press into the right palm and begin to turn the torso. Start at the lower back, mid back, as low as you can to begin that twist. All right, add the ribcage breath here in a twisted torso. So even though your torso is twisted, you still have that canister lined up, right? The pelvic floor is still lined up with the ribcage. So there's a lot of room there. Just press through, give yourself a big inhale again. Exhale through the mouth. Deep, deep, deep. Get that final deep exhale to engage the lower part of the core, the deepest part. And release here. Bring it back to center. Bring both arms up. Reach up. Bring your arms out to the sides. Turn your palms behind you. Pinkies forward. A little bit more, a little bit more. Really feel spiraling in the arms. And now take that pinky, bring it back behind you, and then down to the ground, and then palms up, spiral the arms other direction. Nice deep breath here. Palms back down into the inner thighs. Left arm comes across. Left hand takes the top of the right thigh. Left elbow pulls in. Right arm swings back. Feel the right fingertips touch the floor. Press into them and begin to turn as you press into those fingertips, into the palm of the left hand. Okay, just easy. We're just warming up here. Add the ribcage breath. Exhale through an open mouth. Feel the core engage. Inhale again. Fill up the ribcage. Fill up the lungs beneath it. Exhale. At the very end of your blowing, feel the core engage. If you don't feel it, that's okay. Just take your awareness there. One day you'll feel it. And taking it back to center. All right. Opening the legs into a wide V position. Heels are flexed and pressing into the ground. Okay. Take your hands, just place them at the thighs or just below the knees, and give yourself a big rib cage breath right here. You can feel the sitting bones stabilizing your torso. Exhale through the mouth. All right, fingertips in front of you. Okay, walk the fingertips toward your left leg and turn your torso slowly towards your left leg, following your fingertips. There we go. We're facing the left leg. Now hinge the elbows back and drop your torso toward the top of the left leg. Try to keep the left leg as straight as you can. Bend the knee though if you need to. Going to feel the back of that leg open up. Going to feel that left hip open up. Now just drop your head and just take 1 or 2 breaths here over your left leg. Stay down low. Take your left hand over your left leg. Grab the ankle, the calf, or the bottom of the foot with your left hand. Bend your left elbow to come down a little deeper. Press firmly into your right heel. Press into the back of your right leg to stabilize you. Release the left arm. Draw it away from you. Feel the opening in the right rib cage and in your right waist. Kind of roll your right hip slightly away. It's probably rolling in toward the ground, kind of away from the ground, just a little bit here. Now turn your torso forward. Now that right arm is over your ear. Reach, reach, reach. See if you can come down a little lower. Now bring the right arm up to the ceiling. Bend the left elbow a little bit more. Come down a little deeper. Turn that palm on that right hand so that it's facing back and the pinky is forward. Draw that arm back behind you. Feel the shoulder open. Take that arm to the side and in front of you and up over your head and up to the ceiling again. Now behind you, we're making the biggest circle that we can. Okay, so just let the hand lead the way and then let the arm bone rotate in your right shoulder. Reverse. So you're bringing your hand forward this time and then over the leg and then back and then over your ear and forward. And come on up, cartwheel up here. Nice V position again. Flex those heels. Open the toes. Fingertips into the ground. Right fingertips to the outer side of that leg, left fingertips to the center. As you walk your fingertips to the right, turn your torso to the right, and you keep pressing into that left heel and the bottom of that left leg. Now bend the elbows to drop your torso over that left leg. Take your time. We want this opening to get as big as possible, right? And so slow is important here so the body doesn't pull back and try to guard. Okay, press into that left heel. Come on down, feel your left waist open. Make sure you put breath into this. Relax your head. Couple nice big deep breaths here. Those rib cage breaths. Okay, stay down. Don't pick yourself up at all. Take your right arm, bring it over the right leg. Grab the inside of the foot or that leg. Bend that right elbow to come down a little more. Now extend the left fingertips out and over the right foot. So you're really reaching. Okay, now roll the left foot out a little bit if it's rolled in to keep that hip nice and open, left hip. Come down a little more. Turn your torso inward And you've got a nice big side stretch going on here. Bend the right elbow. Maybe you can come down a little bit more, press into the left heel. Don't forget about the left leg. Left arm comes up. Palm is nice and open. You're shining it forward. Now you're going to turn it back behind you. Bring the pinky forward. We're doing an internal rotation of that left arm. Okay, it's opening the left shoulder. Bring the arm back slowly. Now bring it down towards your left foot. Bring it out in front of you and over your ear. There's that big circle. Back to the back of your mat, to the front of you, over your ear, and back. And over your ear. Now we're going to reverse. So take it forward to the back of your mat. Behind you, over your ear. In front of you, slow is key. Slow is key. Over your ear. Forward and come on up. Straighten out here. Okay, take your legs together and get the legs coming straight out of the hips. Flex the heels. Feel your sitting bones. Nice capital letter L. Okay, now come on forward into a seated forward fold. Knees can bend, no problem. So usually people feel the resistance either in the backs of the thighs, right? Either in the hamstrings or in the lower back. So there's only so far you're going to be able to get here. And then once you get that far, soften. Don't worry about keeping the back straight. Just drop your head and breathe here. Nice. And come on up. Since we're in this position, bend the right leg. Right knee to the ground, left leg straight ahead. All right, fingertips into the ground, flex that left foot. Just kind of drag it back an inch, probably not even 2 inches. That won't even go that far, maybe an inch at the most. And then slowly come down over that left leg as you press that right knee toward the ground. And then you can feel how open the right hip is and the right lower back in this position. And then in this position, you can breathe so deeply, you can really feel the back of the rib cage open. Try it. So when we breathe through the rib cage, when we're not experienced rib cage breathers, there's a tendency to just breathe into the front of the rib cage. Notice what this feels like to use the back of the rib cage. And slowly come up from here. Okay, bend the left knee a little bit. Bring the right knee in a little bit. Just get yourself stable because we're going to lift up the left foot. Okay. Grab your ankle with your hands. See, my knee is bent. So like that. Okay. Now, look at your foot. Look at where it attaches to the ankle. Okay, it's the ankle joint that we're going to open here. So take your toes toward your shin. So a really big flex, as big as you can make it. Big toe is going to lead the way. We're going to make small circles. So take the big toe to the right, inward. Now send the big toe way back there like you want to do a ballet point with your foot. Way, way, way back. Now take your big toe to the left. And now toward the shin, there's your one full rotation. Let's do another. To the right, as big as you can get it, everyone. You might feel this in some of the, the tendons and the muscles in the feet too. Okay, 2 circles. Let's do one more big circle here with the foot. Yep, getting really deep into that ankle. Also stretching the top of the foot. Let's reverse. Big toe to the left. Now it goes away from you. Now to the right and toward you. To the left and away from you. To the right and toward you. All right, nice. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. Left leg straight. Excuse me, right leg straight, left knee bent. Okay. And you can flex that right heel, slide it back, not even an inch, just a little bit. Come forward, down onto that leg. Press the left knee to the side. And hang out down here. I want you to feel the left hip and the left lower back and how open it is in this position. Just notice that. Connect with that. And breathe into the back of your rib cage as you drop down here. Yeah, slowly come up. Take that left foot in a little bit. Okay, lift the right leg, bend the knee, got the foot in front of you, flex that foot a lot so the toes want to come to the shin, right? Got a nice big opening in the back of that leg. Look at the big toe. Let's start by taking it in this time to the left and then away from you. Really look at that foot move and how it rotates. Okay, to the right and toward you. Now to the left again. So just watch how you get this big rotation in your ankle joint. Away from you, to the side as much as you can, much as you can. And one more. Away to the right. Big toe coming toward you again. Reverse. Big toe to the right. Away. Toward you. To the right. If you have cramping, just stop. You can always try again. Okay, one more. Big circle, big and slow. Controlled articular rotation of the ankle. There we go. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet in. Grab the tops of your feet. Thumbs are pressing into the soles of your feet. Bend your elbows. Bring your torso forward. Back is nice and straight. Back up your chin. Back up your chest. Chin toward the chest here. Now bend those elbows and drop down. Drop your head toward your toes. You're rounding your back now. Inner thighs, groin opening. Big, huge breath here. Release it through your mouth. Exhale. Feel the deepest part of your core engage at the very end of that exhale, if you can. And release. Okay, let's come to tabletop. It's that time to transition. All right. Got your fingers spread apart. Your middle fingers are facing the top of your mat, making 2 nice T's, nice straight T's. Look back at your knees. They're dropped right underneath your hips. Okay, lift up your belly, lift up the bottom of your rib cage just a bit. Don't let it fall. Press into the outer edges of both hands. Take the left knee in just off the center line, press into the top of the left foot, stabilize the left hip, send up the right leg. Flex the right heel, lift it a little higher. Nice. Okay, so the right leg is straight out. So make sure that you're not jutting out too much from your left hip. Sometimes when we lift the leg, the hip kind of, buckles out to the side, to the outer edge. Bring that hip back in. Bring that hip back in, okay? So really keep the hips nice and square here. Now lift up the heel. Feel the feel the glutes work. Bend the right knee, take it to your shoulder. Send the leg back again. Take it to your shoulder. This is controlled. Check out that left hip. It should barely be moving, if at all. Right knee bends. Bring it to the shoulder. Hold it there and lift it. And pulse it toward the shoulder. Little squeezes. Feel that little creasing at the side of your right hip. Yeah. Press, press, press. Send the leg back again. Lift the leg a little higher. Swing the leg as far over to the left as you can get it. Let the toes drop into the ground, left side of your mat. All right, now walk your hands one or two little steps to the right. Okay, so feel the right toe pads pressing into the ground. The right knee is straight, not bent. As you press your hands forward, feel your right big toe slide back. Keep that leg straight. Dropping down into your left hip. Nice, nice, nice. Dropping the elbows. Keep pressing into the right toe pads. That right leg stays active, everyone. You can really feel the thigh muscle work here. Drop your head. So you got this weird thing where you're really relaxed over the left hip, and then the right leg is really active. Breathe into all of this. Another breath. Notice how that right knee wants to bend. Keep it straight, keep it strong. Now come forward toward the hands. Lift that right leg. Take your hands back to the center of the mat, and then take your legs straight back again. Bend the knee, press the heel up to the ceiling, and pulse it. Slow and controlled. Don't let the bottom of your rib cage drop. Don't let your belly drop. Stay strong in your torso here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And bring that right knee down close to the left knee. Press into the top of the right foot. Release the left leg back. Okay, check out what's happening with the right hip. Is it wobbling and going out to the side? If not, take it right underneath you, like right underneath the knee, basically. Keep it nice and straight and strong. Lift that left heel. Press through it, through it, through it, really feeling the glutes work just to keep this leg hoisted. Bend the left knee, bring it to the left shoulder. Hold it there, try not to collapse. Keep the arm strong, keep the shoulder strong. Send the leg back. Bend it, take it to the shoulder. Send it back. Take it to the shoulder and hold it there. Lift it a little higher and pulse it. Feel the crease at the very top of your left thigh. Yeah, concentrate on that and let the movement start from there. Gonna really feel this in the glutes, everyone. And send it back and up. If that right hip buckled out to the side, take it up and over the knee again. Okay, left leg is nice and straight. The heel is flexed. Swing it all the way over to the right and drop down into the toes. Press into the toe pads to activate the thigh and the entire leg. Keep that knee straight. Okay, so that leg is going to stay straight and active the whole time, the entire pose. Walk your hands 1 or 2 little paw steps to the left. Okay, now we're set up to slide back. So just feel that big toe slide back as you press forward into your hands, and look what's happening there. Your right hip is opening up and you're beginning to load your weight onto it. Almost like a pigeon, right? Kind of a pigeon feeling. And then if you want to, drop your elbows and your head. Keep that left leg strong, the left knee straight. Press into the toe pads of the left foot. And at the same time, release into that right hip. A few breaths here. Okay, powerful hip opener. Bring it up. Walk your paws back to the center of your mat. Leg goes back again. Bend the knee, flex the heel, take it up to the ceiling and pulse. Don't let the bottom of your rib cage drop too much. Don't let your belly drop too much. Stay strong in your torso. And bring the leg down. Okay, feel those hips. Okay, let's kind of open up the hips a little bit here before we go to cat and cow. So this is what you're going to do. Lift your belly toward your spine without bracing your belly. You're just holding it up here. Now, take your hips, both of them, all the way over to the right side of your mat. Now press your hips back toward the back right corner of your mat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now switch it. Take those hips and switch it to the left corner of the mat. Come back up. Oh, you know what we could do? Let's do a figure 8. We haven't done that for a while. Okay, so start out in table pose. Okay, center of your chest, heart center is beaming light down toward your mat. Okay, take that light, which means take your chest, to your right wrist. So you're moving your whole chest to the right wrist. Now bring your beam toward the front of your mat and to the left wrist. Now we're going to do a figure 8. Now take that heart beam way back toward your right knee. Now over your left knee. Now diagonally and forward to your right wrist. Left wrist. Back to your right knee. So do you see how you're drawing a figure 8 on your mat with your heart beam? Now listen. Move this thing in whatever way it feels good to you. Like when your hips come back, you might want to slide your hips out to the side a little bit more. Bring it all the way forward again. Come back to table pose. Take the heart beam to the left wrist. Now to the front and to the right wrist. And now we're going to just draw it in the other direction. So diagonally to the left knee, across to the right knee, diagonally and forward to the left wrist, forward, right wrist, left knee. Oh, feel the spine. Right knee. And back to table. Okay, so with that one, you really want to flow and get in your own groove, right? Try it, because I'm giving you instruction based on what I'm experiencing, but really try to make that one more customized for you. Try it sometime. It's a nice one. Okay, now we're going to do cat and cow a little bit differently today. Curl your toes. And send your hips back towards your heels. Okay, back towards your heels. Don't quite sit on your heels, but all the way back. Lift the bottom of your rib cage just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to start curling the tail down toward the ground. We're going to curl, curl, tuck and curl, pressing the lower back toward the back of your mat. Curl, curl, curl. Try to curl the rest of your spine. You're not going to get quite as much curl as we are when we're in the full table pose. Now lift your tail and drop your belly. Keep your hips back there. Press into your hands. Lengthen your spine. Drive your shoulders back and the collarbones forward, back by pressing your hands into your mat. Now curl your tail, bring it back, send that lower back way back toward the back of your mat. Tuck and curl, tuck and curl. It's a slow curling as you're pressing back. Dropping your head, you're in a nice curl now, nice big C. Lift your tail through your belly drop. Beginning to lift your torso. Press into your hands. Feel as if you're drawing your hands back and bringing your collarbones forward. Okay, this is a really nice extension for the back here. Don't lift the head. Press into the hands as you drive your collarbones forward. So this feels like a stretch. It's actually more of a strengthening for the upper back, but it's a stretch too. And bring it back and release it. Okay, table pose right here. Now, listen up. I want you to swing your left hip, keep the hips lifted, but swing your left hip out to the left side. Now begin to look over your left shoulder slowly as you press your right rib cage out. And just look over, and it's kind of like you're trying to drive your left shoulder towards your left hip. Just doing a really deep lateral opening here for the spine. Okay, release that. Come back to table pose. Recalibrate here. Okay, you're looking straight down at your mat. You're just moving your right hip out to this right side, but you're not dropping it. Now you're beginning to look over your right shoulder and drawing your right shoulder back as if you want to touch the shoulder to that right hip. And now notice the left rib cage gets a huge opening. It's got your spine in a sideways C, a nice lateral opening here. And bring it back to center. All right, curl your toes. Press into your toe pads, lift your knees off the ground, straighten your legs, press your chest back, come into down dog. All right, get used to being in your dog pose. You're inverted. You're really, really open through the back body. Okay, bend your right knee and drive your left heel down and back. And feel a big opening down the back of your left leg. Switch legs slowly. Right heel drives back, left knee bends. Press back with your chest. Switch sides. Really using this to open the calves. Switch sides. Now tippy toes, both feet, tippy toes. Lift those heels. Take a look at them. Lift. Press down into the toe joints, like the ball of the foot and the small ball mound, like underneath each toe, way down there at the base. Bend your knees toward the mat. Your head is naturally going to lift just gently on its own. Now you're looking straight down between your hands. Press more firmly into your hands. Yeah, feel the shoulders work. Feel the shoulders and the chest work.
Lift it up again, come into down dog. All right. Left foot comes in just off center line. Right leg sweeps up. Push back into that left heel. Press your chest back. Three-legged dog here. Open your hips to the right. Okay. Nice. Notice you have more load on that left shoulder now. Press more firmly into the left hand. That's going to help. Flex the right heel, lift that right ankle to the ceiling and pulse it. Outer glutes, right side. Lift the leg a little higher. Turn your hips toward the mat. Look forward. Right foot comes forward between your hands. Knee is over your ankle. Shimmy the left toes back and all the way back. Put your feet on different tracks. Okay, now listen up. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Squeeze it some more. That squeeze is going to come into the thighs. Press the left heel back to get the calves working. Okay, now that left leg is really active. Take your left hand a little closer to the right foot. Reach out with the right arm. Keep that back leg straight, everyone. Lift the right arm to the ceiling. You're rotating in this lunge. Bend the elbow back for cactus arms here. Nice twist in the upper back. Take the arm forward. Bring the hand down next to the foot again. Take those hips so they're facing the mat. Look, are you still on different tracks? If not, put your feet on different tracks. Begin to straighten the right knee. Drop the left heel. Walk your hands back a bit. Bend your elbows back and drop your forehead to the top of your right leg. Come out of this pyramid pose by bending the right knee, bringing it forward and over the ankle. Drop the left knee gently. Remember, if you have sensitive knees, you can always take a pillow. You're at home now, put a pillow under that knee. Take the top of the left foot to the ground. Walk your fingertips back to straighten your torso. Maybe even take your hands to the top of that leg. Otherwise, keep the fingertips to the ground and just press forward gently. Hips press forward gently. We're getting the left hip flexor open here. Full breath here. Just because it's intense doesn't mean you stop the breathing. Fingertips to the ground. Straighten that right leg and dig the right heel into the mat. Walk your hands back, opening the back of that right leg big time. Flex the toes up to the ceiling. Bend the elbows back if you want to drop some load over it. And step the right foot forward, walk the hands forward, curl the left toes, lift that left knee off the ground. Okay, let's set up for warrior foundation. So look back at the left foot. You want to take it forward and turn it out. And of course, that right knee is over the right ankle. Bring the arms up, bring the torso up. Okay, let's make sure we're using that back leg. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Press the energy from that butt cheek all the way down the back of that leg and really lock into the outer edge of your left foot. Hands in Namaste Mudra, thumb over thumb. Squeeze the biceps into your ears as much as you can. Okay, make sure that the left glute is still active as you come forward with the mudra, taking your torso with it. Release the arms, let them swing to the sides, bring them up again. Warrior one. All right, hands in mudra again.
Take it to the heart. Lift your elbows. Separate your fingers. Press your hands firmly into one another. You can just kind of look down at the hands to see what's happening here. You lift the elbows and you get more crease in the wrists, which is what we're working now. So notice how the inner wrists are facing the floor. Feel as if you want to press them more close to the floor as you lift your elbows a bit. Now press the hands together. We're also getting the chest. Okay, fingertips come forward. Keep pressing those hands together as much as you can. Now the inner wrists are visible to you. Now bring those inner wrists toward you and the elbows away from you and press hard. Keep the shoulders low. You are working shoulders, so. And release. That's where you can really feel the release in the wrists. Bring the arms up. Open it up to warrior two. Keep that right inner thigh open, right knee over the ankle. Palms facing down. Reach forward, right fingertips. Reach back, left fingertips. Really open as much as you can between the arms into the chest. Now reach out toward the right fingertips, press into the right foot for stability. Drop the right arm inside the right leg, lock them together, lift the left. Those of you who are binders, you can bind that top arm. And double binders, you can bind both arms. Or you can do no binds at all. Release the bind. We're all together again. Bring that arm over your ear. Another intense side stretch. Cartwheel up, warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Turn that foot to the edge of your mat. Now you're in a nice wide V pose. Feet are toed in or straight. Definitely not toed out. Okay, we're going to bend from the hips, everyone. Hinge, hinge, hinge down. Halfway down, you're looking straight down at the ground. Take your right fingertips just underneath your face. Bend your right knee forward. Lift your left arm and turn. Straighten your right leg. Let your left hand be where your right hand is. Bend your left knee forward. Lift your right arm and twist. Straighten your left leg, both hands come down just underneath you. And we're going to walk forward for a wide dog. Drop your head between your arms. Get your heart way back there, aiming between your legs. Full ribcage breath right here, upside down. Just move that ribcage. Gliding forward, walking your hands back toward your mat, sending your right foot facing the front of your mat again, walking your hands forward, lifting that back heel, turning those toes forward. Okay, let's get into a pigeon pose since we're right here. Right knee to the side, left leg back, nice and straight. Level those hips and come down. Hands underneath your shoulders, curl your left toes, lift your left knee, press down into the left toe pad, squeeze your left butt cheek, lift your hips, send the right leg back. You're in plank pose.
Okay, now listen up. You really got to press into your hands, and you really want to press the mat away from you. Breathing here. And lift the hips to the ceiling. Come into down dog again. Paying special attention to your next breath in this down pose. A nice exhale through the mouth. Let's do one more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Firing this up using our breath. Right foot comes in just off center line. Left leg lifts up with a flexed heel. Pushing the chest back, pressing the hands forward, dropping the right heel toward the mat. Turn your hips to the left. Notice the increased load on the right shoulder. Press more firmly into the right hand. Lift that left ankle toward the ceiling and pulse it. Where do you feel this? Notice that. Keep it lifted. Turn your hips so they're facing the ground. Look forward. Left foot comes forward between your hands. First, you get the knee over the ankle. Then you look back at the right foot, make sure it's still on a different track. And then you shimmy those right toes as far back as you can get them, keeping that right knee nice and straight. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Feel it spill into the thigh. Now you get some squeezing in the thigh. Now you press back your heel to get an opening in your calf. And then you keep all the energy in that right leg because that's going to help you. Take your right hand next to your left foot, reach out with the left arm, use that back leg, use that back leg. Lift the left arm, press into those toes back there, keep that back knee nice and straight. Cactus arms for a little twist. Now bring the arm forward and down. Still on different tracks. Now we can move into pyramid pose. Straighten the left knee. Walk your hands back. Bend your elbows back to drop down into the front of that leg. Now listen, if it's enough for you, you don't need to drop down. You don't need to add that extra weight, that extra load. Nice big deep breath here. Now bend the left knee until it's over the ankle. Turn that back foot out about 45 degrees. Get a nice platform here, a nice foundation, and come up into warrior one. Okay, feel your foundation. Make it strong. Press into both feet, especially the outer edges of your feet. Okay, take your hands together above you into a Namaste Mudra, locking the thumbs. Straightening the arms up through the fingertips, squeezing the arms in toward your ears. And then now bring those arms forward. It takes your spine right with it. And then release those arms back, bring them up again, warrior one. Hands in Namaste Mudra. Bring them to your chest. Lift your elbows, press those hands together. This time, instead of concentrating on the wrists, I want you to think about the chest and the shoulders. So you keep your shoulders down, but you press your hands together with all your might, and you feel those shoulders ignite. Notice the chest also ignites. So you've got some nice energy running between the shoulders and the chest here. Press more firmly. Sit a little deeper in this, but keep that power in the shoulders and in the chest. Release that and open into warrior two.
keeping that left thigh nice and open, knee over the ankle. Remember, there's that tendency when you open, right? When you turn from warrior one to warrior two, for that knee to turn with you. Keep it over the ankle. Reach out through both fingertips. Feel this in the chest. Deep, 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 deep. Now reach out towards your left fingertips. Drop your left arm. Press that arm inside the leg. Lift the right arm to the ceiling. Binders, you can bind here. And release the bind. Bring the arm over the ear. Turn your torso toward the ground. Lift the left arm. Come on up. You're back in warrior one. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you guys? I keep forgetting to tell you, and a lot of people are here today. If anyone ever wants a recording and you're also attending class, just ask me. No big deal. Because they usually don't get dumped into, you know, the YouTube channel for quite a while. Okay, warrior one. So yeah, you just asked me if you want a recording. It's fine with me. All right, reach forward and down. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So lift that back heel, turn those back toes forward. Walk the front foot to the right edge of your mat, knee to the other edge. Send the right leg back. Okay, now you've got that left hip open right underneath you. So we talk about load. Just being right here without dropping your body over it is fine. That's really opening the hip big time. But if you want more load, that's when you start coming down and over. You just kind of start draping your body over that hip. Nice big breath. And another. And one more. Slowly coming out of that, hands under your shoulders. Curl the back toes, press them into the ground, straighten that knee and squeeze that right butt cheek. Lift the hips, send the left leg back, and walk it to the center of your mat. Knees are bent. Belly just drops over the thighs. Head drops to the knees. Grab the backs of your ankles with your hands. Okay, notice how you have your spine spread open above the little ball that you made your body into. But look, the spine's on the top, right? Breathe so deeply that it opens up your spine. And you can exhale through your mouth if you'd like. Swing the arms back and come up to standing here. Okay, turn your left palm out to the side and bring that arm down. Bend your right elbow and take your hand to the side of your head. Deliberately drop both shoulders away from your ears. No tension in the shoulders here, just drop them. Now slowly take your right ear toward your right shoulder. And just hang out. Breathe into that feeling there. Side of your neck, possibly migrating into the upper back or shoulder. Just find it, breathe into it. And release the head back to center. Release the right arm down. Bring both arms up. Reach up. Equal weight into both legs. Turn the right palm out. Drop the right arm down. Bend the left elbow at the side of your head. Soften both shoulders. Let them drop. And then it's just the head that you're going to move because we just want to really take a nice bend at the top of your spine. In other words, the neck. So it's all about managing, right? No one is without any tension or any points of resistance in the body. That's just the way it is. We're human beings. So we're just managing this stuff. Here we're really opening these muscles that really tend to get very contracted. And slowly release that to the center. Bring both arms up and lift up. We're going to waterfall. Turn the palms behind you. And as you come down, you're bending the knees, sitting in that little chair and coming over that waterfall, splashing over. Lift up, inhale through the nose. Exhale, splash down through the mouth. Going to do 3 more. Two more. Last one, stay down. All right, separate your feet just a little bit. Really drop your head. Bend your elbows, let your arm bones be really heavy. And then just a slight touching, a taking of the elbows here with the opposite fingertips. And then feel your wing bones just pull apart at your upper back. Really relax the neck, the head. And breathe here. If you want to take a little side to side movement, a little elephant trunk move, you can do that. Back to center if you're moving. Release your fingertips from your elbows. Look at your feet. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. That may make your feet feel a little bit more toed in than you're used to. Take your big toes, lift them up, take them in toward each other, press them into the mat. Try to leave them there. Drop your hands. Slowly roll up, pressing into the feet. We're using the feet for stability. We're widening the base of the feet here. Palms face forward. Lift those shoulders. Bring them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop them down behind you. Now bring the arms up and over. Namaste over your head. Big rib cage breath here. 360. Blow out the candles. Bring down the Namaste Mudra as you blow out the candles. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Soften everything. Let those shoulders drop and come down onto your bellies. First, for our restorative pose, crocodile. Feet are toed in, legs about hip distance apart. Palm stack, head resting on the top hand. And just let everything go.
Hands chest level, palms down into the mat. You can bring your feet a little closer together. Keep the toes toed inward. Okay, draw those elbows in close to your body and now press them down toward your feet. So that's going to take the shoulders away from the ears and lengthen the neck. Okay, you're looking straight down at your mat. Lift your pubic bone, roll it to your belly, drop it down. And here we go. As you lift your body off the mat, see if you can press into your hands as little as possible. That is going to make you use your back muscles to do the work. Those of you who go into a back bend from a cobra, you're going to need to use those arm muscles and press more firmly into the hands. Now come back down just as slowly as you came up. Those elbows come close, the shoulders away from the ears. Get the weight out of the hands as soon as you can. Press your forehead into the mat. Come up for another. I move from cobra to back bend. Of course, if you're not a back bender, you're going to stop much farther down than this. And bring it down again slowly. After your forehead touches the mat, turn your head to one side. Release your arms to the sides with your palms up. And just rest there into that cheekbone. And then very slowly, don't create any tension at all. Very slow motion, turn your head to the other side, rest into the other cheekbone. And then head back to center and bring your palms chest level and push up into table pose. And then from table pose, curl your tail a bit and press back into child's pose. All right, few breaths in child's pose. And then if you're staying for Shavasana, you can flip it over and come onto your back. All right, nice and comfy. Just release the weight of your body. And just begin to notice your mind space. So your eyes are closed. When I say mind space, I mean your mind, right? Just notice it. All that you sense, the sensations of your body, right? The pressure, the temperature. If you have pain, any pain, just notice it all. Sounds, thoughts, emotions, all in your mind space, right?
So let's start with the sensations of your body. And rather than hone in on one sensation, let whatever sensation arises just be. And you'll notice that your body is just a cloud of sensations, always changing. Just lay back and witness that without thinking about it, without grabbing onto it or pushing it away. Just experience it. And just let it all be okay. Now hone in on the sensations of breathing. So each sensation arises in its own place. Just notice the sensations where they are. Don't try to change any of it. Sensations of breathing. And if you feel as if if you feel as if you're observing the breathing from maybe from your head or on top of the breathing, on top of your body, instead try to be right there with the breath. Notice the sensations of the breath right where they are. Still the observer, but just notice them right where they appear within your mind space. So just fall into this whole big experience, this whole big realm of your mind space, right? The background where everything rises and falls. Just drop back into the background and just notice what rises and falls. And if it's a thought, there's definitely a tendency for us to attach to that and get small and contract into that thought and move away from the expansive place where we notice it all. So just go back to the breath if that happens, or pay even closer attention to the thought and notice what happens to it. Dissolves on its own. So we're so used to distracting ourselves, right? And not really being here in the mind space, which is really where we experience everything, right? I mean, this is our experience right here. We each take our own experience into a situation. But just let that all be, let everything be within this space of your mind. And even if it's a disturbing thought, a negative thought, if you really watch it and lay back, disconnect from it, those also disappear. They dissolve. Tonight's meditation, if you'd like to put a prayer or intention or a sankalpa into it, you can do that now. Give it breath. And with your next exhale, release that seed. And just rest with your mind wide open. No need to change anything. Just right here. Just rest right where you are. And slowly making your transition. And then rolling to your right side. And then very gently and slowly coming to seated pose. Once you get to seated pose, extend your arms out to the sides. Feel your heart soften and open, lift a bit. And lifting the arms, inhale, Namaste Mudra overhead. Exhale as you bring it down to your heart. And another big exhale, Namaste. All right, everyone. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Um, stay warm and safe, all that snow. And I'll see you next week. And like I said, if anyone wants a copy of the recording, if anyone wants a recording, I can email it to you when I email it to the people who didn't show up. Because I was thinking the other day, like, if people really want the recording, why not? Just because you came to class, it's almost like if you wanted the recording, you wouldn't come to class, right? I don't know. Do you follow my logic? Hmm. Okay, everyone. Ciao.